Hello, friends, and happy holidays. Welcome back to Movies, Munchies, and Moscato. So we're finally at the week of Christmas and the end of the year. Woo! So for those who may not know, I am Rhonda.
And I am Rochelle.
And we're just a couple of friends who love movies, television, and wine. So if that is something that interests you, please stick around and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Now it's time for movie news, reviews, and pulp culture discussion. So, CSI Las Vegas has been renewed for a season 2 on CBS.
Wow, that's great.
I know, it's doing so well. I still need to finish up this season. I think I'm 4 episodes left.
Just kind of proves that the CSI Las Vegas, the original one, was the best.
Right? Yeah, it keeps going.
Yes.
So that's good news. Also, Yellow Jackets that we've been watching has also been renewed for a season 2 on Showtime.
Oh, wow. That's a good show.
It is a good show. I do hope it kind of has a little bit of closure,
right,
in a way, after season 1. Not too many loose threads, but just don't know now that it's been renewed how it's going to be. And then finally, Sam Waterston is returning as District Attorney Jack McCoy for the Law and Order revival on NBC. So he is the third returning member, which is awesome. So for those who don't remember, he was the District Attorney before. The last thing he was just in, and actually will currently be in, is Grace and Frankie.
Oh,
he plays Grace's
right.
husband. So
I like Sam Waterston.
So I figure since that show had ended and he'd already filmed the final season, he was most likely going to return because he was in between jobs again. Just good timing. Good timing for that. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, he's definitely a Law and Order guy.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So we both saw Spider-Man No Way Home last week, as we talked about in our previous podcast. So we'd like to do a little review of that.
Yes.
So it was really good, you guys. This is the third one with Tom Holland and Zendaya and Jacob, who played the best friend. And then it has Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. So the basic setup is that it picks up right after Far From Home, which is so funny they use the word home in there again. Anyway,
right.
The last one called Far From Home.
And then No Way Home.
Right, where, I'm forgetting his name. Anyway, where Jake Gyllenhaal's character had outed him to the public. So it picks up right after that and all the craziness that ensues after the whole world knows that he is now
Spider-Man.
Now Spider-Man, so I found it very entertaining. I was in it from the beginning in terms of the story. Like,
yes.
I liked where it picked up right away from where it happened. So, but I thought they did a good job with it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little Easter eggs, spoilers. We saw it with a bunch of people who loved it and were clapping like a lot.
Yeah.
When things would happen, so.
Or when new people would come into the picture.
Right, and so yeah. So for those who have been longtime viewers, you'll appreciate the surprises that are in there.
Well,
and for those who are just longtime viewers in Marvel, you'll recognize people that from other things, whether it be TV or other movies that pop in there. If you haven't watched any of the other TV shows, then no, sorry. Someone else would have to give you a heads up on who these certain people are. But
well, I didn't really realize, what this one was about so much, because I think they did a good job of keeping the element of surprise there, in the previews. I knew Doc Ock was in there.
Right.
But, not to spoil anything, I was pleasantly surprised, and I was telling my son he has to go. Because he, was Spider-Man when he was 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 9, 10. And he, we finally just got rid of all the Spider-Man stuff, but he loved it, so I really want to take him to see it because he'll recognize so much of it.
Yeah, it was really good. I gladly give this a 4 wine course.
Yep, same here.
So it was really good.
Definitely go see it.
It actually inspired me just on YouTube. I went back and watched clips from other Spider-Mans just to refresh my memory on it. So I need to go back and actually watch the full movie now of some older ones. So yeah, it was a really good time. So I'd definitely see it again. I don't know if I will in
And now
theaters.
is the best time to do it for the holidays. Take your kids to go see it, especially the older ones who think they're Spider-Man or they're into Spider-Man. And definitely go. It's a great, fun family movie.
Yes, I agree. Good, it's a good one. So movies and TV shows out this week and next week. Because just a reminder, we will not be on the air next week. So this is a double header of a podcast.
That's
today.
right. We're taking the time off.
So for this week, we have The Matrix Resurrections. This is going to be in theaters and HBO Max actually starting today, Wednesday, when we're recording this.
I'm so excited about this show.
So I think it's gotten mixed reviews. So I mean, but I think the originals did too, because it is one of those trippy things that you either like it or you don't. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
But this stars Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss, Yaha Abdul Mateen, and Jonathan Groff. So to find out if his reality is a physical or mental construct, Mr. Anderson, aka Neo, will have to choose to follow the White Rabbit once more. If he's learned anything, it's that choice, while an illusion, is still the only way out of or into the Matrix. Neo already knows what he has to do, but what he doesn't yet is that the Matrix is stronger, more secure, and more dangerous than ever before.
Ooh.
Right?
I thought the previews looked really good.
Yeah, I thought so too. And when I saw the mixed reviews, I was like, oh, and then I thought, well, I guess it was kind of that way originally too. Some people really liked it. People were like, Although I admit I wasn't a fan really of the third one so much. I felt like it got a little...
Yeah.
I don't even know what the word would be. It was just like too
Redundant.
much going on. It was just too much going on. It didn't make sense to me.
That Matrix world, it's just very confusing.
A lot of things going on. So, next up we have The King's Man. This is in theaters only, and it stars Ray Fiennes, Gemma Arterton, and Rise. I can't even say it's. Oh my gosh, I think it's Rise Ifans, who he actually was also in Spider-Man. I just realized saying his name out loud.
Yeah.
Anyway, I won't say who he plays. If you've seen other Spider-Mans, you know who the character was. Anyway, so in this is one man must race against time to stop history's worst tyrants and criminal masterminds as they get together to plot a war that could wipe out millions of people and destroy humanity.
Ooh.
So I'm all about this. This is the prequel to the previous the Kingsman movies.
Oh, I was wondering about that.
This is yes.
And Ralph Fiennes is in all of those, isn't he?
No.
Oh.
No.
Just this one?
That's Colin Firth in the others.
Oh, okay.
So.
See, I haven't seen any of them, and I want to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're really good. So this is a prequel showing how that whole thing came to be that we now see in those other two movies.
Oh, this is the prequel.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
Then we have The Tragedy of Macbeth in theaters.
Yay.
That stars Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand. So a power-hungry Macbeth sets his sights on the Scottish throne after receiving a prophecy from 3 witches. So it's just, another take on the story. It's directed by Joel Cohen, who happens to be married to Frances McDormand, but, him and his brother Ethan have done many movies together, so.
So this is the Frances McDormand.
Yes.
I really like her.
Yes. So.
That's
This
interesting.
is usually not my
Yeah.
cup of tea, this type of things. I mean, I never watched any of the Shakespeare stuff, I can honestly say, but maybe since he's in it, I might give it a whirl.
Well, yeah. I actually do like these types of movies. I think they're kind of magical, mystical to me, even though it's, a Shakespearean type of time period, but still, I would definitely be into seeing that.
You may have to let me
And
know
it's
how
the
it is.
Scottish throne, so we got to see what happens, because the Scots are always in trouble.
Next we have Sing 2. This is in theaters with the voices of Reese Witherspoon, Matthew McConaughey, Tori Kelly, Scarlett Johansson, and Bono. So this is the little synopsis of it. So Can-Do is it Koala?
Koala.
Okay. Can-Do Koala, Buster Moon, and his all-star cast of animal performers prepare to launch a dazzling stage extravaganza in the glittering entertainment capital of the world. There's just one hitch. He has to find and persuade the world's most reclusive rock star to join them. What begins as Buster's dream of big-time success soon becomes an emotional reminder of the power of music to heal even the most broken hearts.
Oh.
I'm all about that. It was a pleasant surprise to me when the first one came out. I watched it just randomly when it was like where you just watched it on TV, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. It was really, very cute. Because I'm not one that watches animated movies anymore. I don't have any little ones to care about watching it with. And so it didn't even occur to me that this might be good, but it has a very good, adult sense of being. So
I haven't seen either one of them.
And the singing voices of them are awesome. I was pleasantly surprised to see that. And when I watched the trailer, and at the end of the trailer, it shows I want to say it's the porcupine singing the Bono song. For some reason, I thought that was Tori Kelly, and someone's like, no, that's actually played by Scarlett Johansson. I was like, oh, her voice is awesome. She needs to sing more. I didn't even realize that.
Really?
Was her. Yeah.
No kidding. I didn't know she sang either.
So I think this is the first thing she sang in. So yeah, all for it. Next up, we have A Journal for Jordan. This is in theaters with Michael B. Jordan and Shantae Adams. So this is a true story about this couple. So deployed in Iraq, First Sergeant Charles Monroe King starts to keep a journal of love and advice for his infant son. Back at home, Dana Kennedy, a senior editor for the New York Times, revisits the story of her unlikely, life-altering relationship with King as an enduring devotion to his beloved family. So this looks good. I'm sure it's a tearjerker. I don't know the true story, but I don't think it had a happy ending, unfortunately, is my guess.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's just a tearjerker or a heart.
I'm sure it is, yeah. I'm probably going to miss it.
Right? It's like, I don't want to cry right now.
I know.
Gosh. Next up, we have American Underdog in theaters with Zachary Levi, Anna Paquin, and Dennis Quaid. This is just the true story of NFL player Kurt Warner and how, he rose from the, what do you call it, the stadium type of, no, I guess they call it extreme football, to actually finally getting a place in the NFL at an older age because no one wanted to draft him.
Right.
For the longest time. So I think this looks good as well, actually. I probably won't see it in theaters, but I would definitely watch it once it was available to watch at home.
Right. Yeah.
So
Then you can ball there too.
Mm-hmm. I really like
two in a row.
Right? And I really like Zachary Levi. He was in one of my favorite shows last year, which was Shazam. If those who don't see it, he's really funny. And he also was in a TV series a couple years back that I enjoyed called Chuck. For those who don't know who that is. So he's a really good actor. And Anna Paquin. Hello, True Blood, Anna Paquin.
Oh, yeah, right.
She hasn't been in anything in a while, so, yeah.
I was just going to say that, too. Yeah, I haven't seen her in anything.
So, I think she's just raising her twins and just, chilling out, so that's cool.
And Dennis Quaid, he's always in.
Yeah,
he's always in movies like this, it seems. Yeah, you'll see him in something like that.
He looks so old in this. I hope they just aged him to look like that, and he doesn't really look like that now, because I'm like, he looks really old now on this.
I think he really does, though. I think he does look a bit older.
Then we have Don't Look Up. This is a movie on Netflix and stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Meryl Streep, Jonah Hill, and Jennifer Lawrence. So two low-level astronomers must go on a giant media tour to warn mankind of an approaching comet that will destroy planet Earth.
And it looks funny.
It does. I think they decided to use comedy as a way to get the knowledge out there of climate change. I remember an interview Leonardo DiCaprio did about it. He got involved because he thought it, the whole climate change aspect of it, he liked.
Oh, good.
That's his big.
It is.
Charity of choice and getting or activism thing of choice to get the word out. So
yes,
and it does look funny. I think that will get people's notice on that topic. Then we have Emily in Paris, season 2 on Netflix, starring Lily Collins. So this is just season 2. I watched the first season. I know it got such harsh reviews that it was too cheesy, that it made French people look stupid, and they're not really like that. This is the first time a show has done that, so I don't know. I feel we shouldn't be too hard on this. I thought it was enjoyable. I don't think it's super funny. So maybe if people were turning in thinking it was going to be, it isn't that at all. It's just a standard, romantic drama, basically. It's, it has funny parts, but I don't think it was meant to be, hopefully, just a comedy of sorts. So, anyway, I enjoyed it. I will watch season 2.
I thought it was a comedy as well. So I think maybe, going into it, that's probably
it wasn't
why it didn't get the best reviews.
Yeah. And I think they did put it when it was trying to be an award. I think it was put in the comedy, and I remember thinking, but it's not a comedy, people, so I'm not sure why that is. Anyway. Next up, we have Reno 911, The Hunt for QAnon. This is a movie on Paramount Plus, starring Thomas Lennon, Cedric Yarbrough, and Robert Garant. They are all originals from the TV show Reno 911.
That was such a funny show. Oh my gosh.
So the deputies from the Reno Sheriff's Department are on a mission to track down Q, the source of the QAnon conspiracies.
Ooh, right? That's definitely one you got to see.
Right, they are funny. It took me a while to get on the, but I when I did watch some episodes, I'm like, oh, this is a funny show, because it always looked like over the top cheesy. So I'm sure I wouldn't think it was funny, but
right.
I ended up thinking it was funny when I finally tuned in. And then finally for this week, we have Being the Ricardos. This is a movie on Amazon starring Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem. So in 1952, Hollywood power couple Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz face a series of personal and professional crises that threaten their careers, their relationship, and their hit TV show. This honestly isn't interesting to me, but I was never a Lucille Ball fan, so I don't really think I care about the backstory and everything about her relationships or her TV show.
It's definitely something I'd watch, because I love Lucille Ball. Okay. I watched all those shows.
Yeah, you'll have to watch it and let us know then what you think.
Yeah.
And then so for next week, we have Cyrano out in theaters starring Peter Dinklage, Haley Bennett, and Ben Mendelsohn. So Cyrano de Bergerac dazzles everyone with his ferocious wordplay and brilliant swordplay. However, he's convinced his appearance renders him unworthy of the affections of the luminous Roxanne, a devoted friend who's in love with somebody else. This looks so cute. I'm on board to see this.
Yeah.
I like everybody in it, so hey, I'm
Yeah.
bored.
And of course, Peter Dinklage had me at him. So it's kind of a musical.
It kind of looked like it was,
Yeah, so-
that's true.
so
And
if
if so, I'm interested to hear him sing. I've already heard Haley Bennett sing, so she's fine. And I'd like to see Ben Mendelsohn sing. You guys, if you don't remember, he was in Bloodline, that TV show, and then he went on to be like in some of the Star Wars. So
Oh,
I've never
yeah.
heard this man sing. So I would, if he does sing, I would love.
Ooh, he's got
to
a
see how the
smoker's voice. It'll be interesting.
right? So I'd like to see. Well, remember he's Australian. He just plays like he's
Oh,
American.
is he really?
Yeah, so that's not
I
naturally
did
his,
not
like,
know that.
So, next up we have Cobra Kai. This is season 4 out on Netflix with Ralph Macchio, William Zabka, and Tanner Buchanan. I've never seen this. It's so weird because I was a Karate Kid fan, but I've never watched.
You
the
know
show.
what? It has. Almost everyone I've talked to loves the show.
Right? I know.
Yeah.
My friend
I've never
Missy-
seen it either.
My friend Missy loves it too. She was like, "Yeah, you should watch it. It's really good." And especially if you like the earlier movies, because that was when we were younger, and it harkens back to a lot of that. So, and even if you weren't, maybe you're still, early 20s now, and you were like, "I never saw those movies." It's still something obviously enjoyable for the kids of today.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I'll have to give it a whirl. I read that they've actually just completed filming season 5 already, and this one's just coming out next week.
You're kidding.
Yeah, so they're just ahead of the curve. I was like,
Wow.
right?
Well, I guess that's how popular it is.
So, yeah, there'll be a lot of catching up, though. That's the only thing. It's like knowing I have to go through 4 seasons to like.
Oh, true.
That's always.
But if it's really good, you can binge watch it.
That's true.
I mean, I did that with Game of Thrones. I'm like, wow, I'm never going to get through this. Yep, I did. I'd watch 2 to 3 episodes a night.
Okay, maybe. Okay, I'll just have to add that to my list. Oh my lord, more stuff. Then we have The Lost Daughter. This is a movie on Netflix and stars Olivia Colman, Jessie Buckley, and Dakota Johnson. So a college professor confronts her unsettling past after meeting a woman and her young daughter while on vacation in Italy. Her obsession with the woman and her daughter prompts memories of her early motherhood. This looks very, honestly, dark and a little unsettling when I watched the trailer on this. I think it's probably good. It's just one of those, you got to be in the right frame of mind because it's going to bug. I have a feeling it's going to bug you after you're finished watching. It's one of those things that's going to make you think about it after it's over. And it's like, you got to just know. And sometimes I don't want to be in that mindset.
I know, right? This is totally a show up my alley, though.
Right, we do love Olivia Colman. She's great. She was, as we know, she won the Golden Globe for The Favorite. Mm-hmm. No, she won the Oscar. It was the Oscar.
It was the Oscar.
Sorry. She won the Oscar for The Favorite. She's going to be in the newest season of The Crown.
The Crown.
I was like, what was it? The Crown. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I'll have to check this out.
Like, how much of it? Because then doesn't...
I meant not the newest. She was in the latest season of The Crown.
Right,
She's
the
not.
newest one is
She
might have some overlap.
It's I forgot her name, but she played Professor Umbridge.
Yes,
in
Professor
the Harry Potter
Umbridge.
movies.
Right.
It's her that takes over. So, and then finally for next week we have the Book of Boba Fett. This is a series on Disney Plus, following, of course, The Mandalorian. This is still in the Star Wars era.
Oh my gosh.
So this stars Tamora Morrison and Ming-Na Wen. On the sands of Tatooine, a bounty hunter named Boba Fett and mercenary Finnick Shand navigate the galaxy's underworld and fight for Jabba the Hutt's old territory. Oh, Jabba the Hutt. So those who are Star Wars fans, hey, have at it. I never did watch The Mandalorian. I'm not a Star Wars fan per se. I do like the newer movies. I did like them, but not enough to get on board with the series. I'm good.
Yeah, I like the originals the best out of all of them, I think.
So, but for those who like that, there you go. Another series to watch. What we've been watching this week. So for me, I watched Hawkeye on Disney Plus. I have actually did a binge and watched all 5 episodes that are out there. I know the 6th episode comes out tonight. So I'll be watching that, and I want to watch the whole season because it's a short 6-episode season. But oh my gosh, you guys, I really enjoyed this series. Again, if you're a Marvel fan, hey, if you're a Jeremy Renner fan and like his character Hawkeye from all the Avengers movies, I promise you will enjoy this. Haley Steinfeld, who plays his little sidekick in it, is awesome as well. We have Vera Farmiga playing her mother, who is also awesome.
Oh.
And we had a little, I'll just say there was another little Easter egg / surprise at the end of episode 5 that, weirdly enough, makes a weird connection to the Spider-Man movie we just saw. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh. I was very happy I had seen Spider-Man because I got it once I saw it happen in Hawkeye. So I was like, oh, okay, I see, I know, okay, I get what's going on in here. So anyway, it's just very enjoyable. I know if anyone who's out on social media, it was spoiled. One of the people who appears, that should have been a nice surprise, but it had been put out there. I won't spoil it here, but you know who I'm talking about. It's someone who's appeared in another or previous Marvel movie as well, and they popped up in this. You're like, oh my gosh, but unfortunately it was spoiled for me, so I already expected this person. But I still like the characters, so I was glad to see that person.
Yay!
So
gonna watch that on Disney Plus.
Please watch that. It's really good. Then I watched Alex Rider, just keeping on the action train here. Alex Rider on IMDb TV. This was season 2. So I watched season 1 during the pandemic. Anyway, again, this is like Hannah, but from the male perspective. So a young agent just, working for it's not MI6. Is it the CIA? No, I can't remember. I think it may be a made up thing, but it's like the CIA is who he works for. And again, he's just on another mission trying to find out.
Who plays Alex Rider?
This is his first series, actually, so I can't remember his name right now. This is his first, but he does a really good job.
Huh.
So I do recommend it. It wasn't as good as the first season, of course, because most things a lot of time never are.
That's true. Yeah.
But I did like it. It was still enjoyable, so I'm glad I did watch it. I thought it's still on a better train than Hannah ended, let me just tell you. So still irritated by that. And then finally I started watching The Witcher on Netflix, season 2, starring Henry Cavill. I got through the first 5 episodes.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? I know there's 8, so I'll be done by the end of the week.
What are you thinking so far?
I like it. I would say episode 3, there was kind of I feel like it was almost a filler. It was kind of like a lull episode, like not much happened in it. But other than that, the first 5 have been good. I like where it's going.
Yennefer's still in it, right?
Yep, Yennefer's still in it. I'll tell you, since I'm a Jasker, I think it's Jasker, but it's Yasker, but I feel like it's spelled Jasker. Anyway, I'm a Yasker fan, and he appeared in episode 4. And just love that man. So it was glad that he has a whole new song that gets stuck in your brains, folks. Which is he keeps saying you should burn your Witcher. And now this time instead of saying hello to your Witcher, it's about burning a Witcher. Because he's so mad. I was laughing so hard. But I was like, first of all, I'm like, what is he singing? And it's like, oh, burn your Witcher. I'm like, oh, yeah. Anyway.
Oh, no, he's mad at him again.
He's mad. So yes, it's still enjoyable, you guys. So I do recommend checking out season 2. If you obviously haven't watched any of it, start with season 1 and then continue on. But it's still a good serial. So.
Well, I what have I been watching this week? I, started with the whole Spider-Man thing with Rhonda as well, and ditto on everything. It's great. We've kind of already talked about it, but I did get to see that. And I got caught up on Mayor of Kingstown. I'm telling you, this is with Jeremy Renner as well. Mm-hmm. It is so good. I really am enjoying this series. And then also Witcher as well. I haven't started the second season because I went back just so I could remember what happened before the newest one started, and so I'm on the last season again, episode, and I'm glad that I did that, because if I started off the first one, I'd be like, oh no, where am I again?
What happened?
So anyway, but I sure do like it. I sure do like The Witcher, so I think that's a good one to see.
Oh, awesome. Now it's time for an end to our series the best Christmas movies of all time so far. We're at the end, 1 through 5. So let's see how we end up. First up, number 5, we have Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas from 1966.
I agree with that.
Animated.
I love it.
I do love it as well. That is a good choice. It's very cool that it's in the top 5. I am here for it. Next, number 4, we have Love Actually from 2003. This starred Hugh Grant, Keira Knightley, Liam Neeson, Colin Firth, and Emma Thompson.
I've never even seen that.
You've never seen Love Actually?
Nope.
Oh my gosh! Sorry, I got a little loud there for a minute, folks. I mean, it's. I think it's a very good show.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
It's a
I have not
romantic
seen
comedy.
it.
You know, it's one of those where it's different vignettes, different people, and how they all connect at the end. So, oh my gosh, you really do have to see it. So number 3 is It's a Wonderful Life from 1946, starring James Stewart, Donna Reed, and Frank Capra. This is one I have not seen.
What? Yeah, it's so good. In fact, it was on the other night, and I was watching it.
Oh, were you?
Yes, I just love that show.
Now, is it something that would make me cry? That's why I've avoided it for years.
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
See,
Yeah.
I don't like to cry at Christmas
But it's such a good,
movies.
it's like, every time you hear a bell, an angel gets its wings. Yeah, it's good. You might cry for a minute. That's it.
Okay. All right, I'll keep thinking about that. Number 2, we have Home Alone from 1990 with Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, and Catherine O'Hara.
Oh, yeah.
This is a favorite.
It is.
1990. That's how old was I in 1990?
Gosh,
Oh my gosh,
fan favorite.
I would have been like 11. It's
Yeah.
so crazy to think about. That's how old I was when this movie came out.
Isn't that crazy?
It's so weird to think about it. And still love it to this day, people, and I'm 43. Just
Yep.
FYI.
Love it.
And then finally, number 1, which honestly kind of did surprise me. Although I love it, is Elf.
Yay!
From 2003, starring Will Ferrell, James Caan, Ed Asner, and Zooey Deschanel.
I love that show.
It is a really good show. So I do adore it. I mean, the fact that it's number 1, that's cool.
Yeah.
So for those who haven't seen that, you guys are crazy and need to get on board.
Santa, I know him.
It's such a good show. And it will be on my playlist come Saturday. Yes, Christmas Day, Saturday.
Oh, good.
Me and my family will be watching that, along with Home Alone, along with Home Alone 2,
Wow.
along with Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger, whenever that was on the
Oh,
list.
my gosh.
It wasn't in the top 15. I do love
I
that.
do remember that, too. I did
Yeah,
see
I
that. That was
love
cute.
Jingle All the Way. And then I also is it Home for the Holidays? That's one from the 90s also with Jonathan Taylor Thomas, folks, from Home Improvement. And, and Jessica, the one that's married to Justin Timberlake.
Biel.
There we go. And Jessica Biel. That's a good one, too. Just if I throw my 2 cents out there.
Heck yeah.
Oh, and Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah.
So many we try to run through. I'm not even kidding. We try to get through all this stuff. on
Oh,
Christmas
my
Day.
gosh. So you just do one after another.
Yeah,
Well, that's fun.
Next one in. Let's go.
I would sleep through half of them. I'm always so tired on Christmas Day.
Oh, I bet. Now it's time for some trailer talk. First up, we have The Lost City, which will be out March 25th, and stars Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, and Daniel Radcliffe. Woohoo! I love seeing Daniel Radcliffe outside of.
I do too.
Harry Potter, now that he's an adult. No. Speaking of, just quick side note, did we see how there's a reunion on HBO Max?
Yeah.
On New Year's Day?
What is that about? I'm so excited.
That's so cool. They're all going to come together and talk about it. That's going to be awesome. So, sorry,
my gosh.
FYI, I didn't list that in our things coming out next week. But yes, there is a Journey Back to Hogwarts, what they're calling it, on HBO Max, and it just airs on Christmas Day. So if you're a fan of Harry Potter, please check that out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We both will. I'll let you know what we think later. So anyway, this looks really cute. Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum, who knew that I think they look like they have really good chemistry in this trailer for this movie.
Well, Brad Pitt's in it as well.
Yeah, he just has a cameo. I guess the part we saw is the only part he's in.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It's just a really quick cameo. Yeah, he's not in it like the whole time.
I was going to say, wow.
Right? But yeah, I did see that. I was like, oh. And then I read later, I was like, oh yeah, it's just a cameo. What you saw is all you'll see him.
Oh, shoot.
But I think it looks cute, it looks funny. I'm all for it. I feel like it's based on a book, but don't quote me on that. I feel like it is based on a book.
Well, yeah, it could be a lot. There's probably another movie with the same title.
Maybe. I feel like I remember hearing Channing Tatum talk about this. I'm not even kidding. A few years back, but it was called The Lost City of Z. at the time. I think they just shortened it to I Swear It Is based off the book, but I'll have to look more into that. I don't know. Then we have The Northman. This will be out April 22nd and stars Alexander Skarsgård, Anna Taylor-Joy, and Nicole Kidman. This looks, we're in Viking territory.
Yeah,
obviously.
very Norse.
We have Vikings, which I'm okay with, but what always will grab me, for those who don't remember, is a good revenge flick, which basically this is what this is. He's out to avenge the murder of his father, played by Ethan Hawke. They mentioned he was in it, but played by Ethan Hawke. So,
which happens when he's a child.
Right. And once he grows up to be Alexander, then he gets to carry that forward. So, I think he looks good. We like Alexander. Anna Taylor-Joy, reminder, she was in The Queen's Gambit.
Yeah,
I think it looks really
I think so too. I definitely would like to see this.
Yes, I am for it. It looks really good.
So far, 2 of 2.
Yes. Then we have Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is out March 25th and stars Michelle Yeoh, James Hong, and Jamie Lee Curtis. This looks very trippy and weird.
Yeah, not something I'm gonna be excited to see. To be honest,
it deals with multiple universes and different lives, but it doesn't make sense with what we saw exactly. It just looked way weird.
So it'll be interesting to see what people have to say about it, because like you said, it doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
The trailer that they showed us.
I like Michelle Yeoh. For those who don't know, she came about years ago in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
She's obviously done a lot of stuff since then. We saw her. I saw her last in the. The Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh yeah.
But remember, she was also the mom in Last Christmas.
Oh, that's right.
So I really like her, but yeah, it looks like she's still doing some martial arts in this, because that is one of her past lives. So, at her age, I think it's really cool. She's still doing all this action and stuff, but this movie just looks trippy. So y'all watch the trailer and excited. Not something I will say right now I'm going to see. Maybe if we show more of a different trailer, it makes more sense than this.
I mean, because it comes out March 25th, there could be another release of another trailer that might make
shed more
sense.
light on this. Yeah, exactly. And then finally, we have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This will be out May 6th and stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Elizabeth Olsen, Rachel McAdams, that's awesome. She hasn't been in one of these Marvel movies since the very first Doctor Strange, so that's cool.
Which one? Rachel McAdams?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She played his girlfriend. This is before he got hurt. This is when he was still a surgeon, though, before he got hurt and became Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay.
But she was in the first movie. And then Chiwetel Ejiofor. So this looks good. When you see the newest Spider-Man, No Way Home, and how it ends up, you'll know why looks how it does. I'll just say, because it already deals with multiverses, and it's just continuing on from Spider-Man with this movie. So this looks trippy as well, but in a good way.
Yes, I agree. So it's definitely one that I would be interested in seeing as well.
You'll definitely
Look at me changing up my tune.
Right? So yes, I am all about this. Just so you know, I don't think it will matter, but if anyone who has seen WandaVision with Elizabeth Olsen, that series, what she mentions in the trailer has to do with what happened with her from that series. So if y'all feel you need to know, I'm just suggesting you watch WandaVision, and then you'll get what she's talking to him about in the trailer when she's like, I didn't mean to do this or that, and he's like, I don't care about that right now.
Well, that's some good intel.
Yes. So I recommend it. It's a good series, but if you do want a little bit of continuity, I do suggest you watch WandaVision to know what her backstory is going into this movie.
Okay. Well, that's good. Good to know.
So out of the 4, 3 out of 4.
Right. 3 out of 4.
We're looking forward to it.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Thanks so much for listening. We had fun and hope you enjoyed it as well. Please give us a review or comment, as it really does help us out. And please follow us on Instagram at movies_munchies_moscato. And we'll see you next time. And hope everyone out there has a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yes. Thanks again. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you guys. See you next year.